I'm Jim Vossen. Join me Wednesday afternoons at 1 o'clock for the Seaside-Sand City Television Show here on KYMB, Comcast Cable Channel 19, and over the air at 27.1. Brought to you in part by the Seaside-Sand City Chamber of Commerce. That's Wednesday afternoons at 1 o'clock for the Seaside-Sand City Television Show.
And welcome back to the Seaside-Sand City Television Show right here on KYMB, Comcast Channel 19, over the air at 27.1, and then in the Fresno area at 33.4. I'm Jim Vossen, V as in Victor, O-S-S-E-N. It's show number 6, and today is Wednesday, December 4th, 2013. A good friend of mine, I kid him a lot. He deserves it. Carl Kelleher from the Monterey Bay Christian Center. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Now, I noticed, by the way, on the website or on your email thing, there's like an AG.
Stands for Assembly of God.
Oh, Assembly of God. Okay, I'm sorry. Christian Assembly of God.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, well, I was working on it. I had all sorts of possibilities for that. You know, how does it feel to be on the other side?
It's different. It's different to be on this side.
You're on this afternoon on the Your Town television program. You've been doing that for a couple of years now.
I enjoy it.
And I used to do something down there, but because I used to have another engineer that helped out at times, and I don't, so it's just me and Mary Lou. So I don't do that. So I was feeling lonesome. So I came up here and I thought I wanted to do something for the chamber that was a little different than the other chambers that do news, that have money for newspaper. And I think this is we've had on the mayor of Sand City.
Right.
So I'm trying to kiss up to all these people. So first of all right. I know you talk when you talk about people. You're from Tennessee, is that right?
Well, I was born in Granite City, Illinois, by St. Louis, Missouri.
Oh, that's up the other place.
Yeah, but I was raised there till I was 11. Then we moved to Kentucky.
Oh, to Kentucky.
So, then I pastored in Tennessee all my ministry.
Oh, okay.
Until California.
Now, let me just get. You lived in Illinois till you were 11.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Now you've got this accent on you. Is that developed later, or how did that work out?
I don't know. I don't think I sound like most Southerners. Probably people from California probably think I'm more Southern accent. And I've been in Tennessee and Kentucky though for most of my life.
Maybe that's what it is. It's probably that type of thing. So what do you like better, Kentucky or Tennessee?
Well, Tennessee is where I've spent all my ministry.
They're near each other,
They're so close. They're so close.
Aren't they near each other?
They're so close.
Are they?
I would be disloyal to Kentucky if I said I liked Tennessee over Kentucky. So. Do you know your state's pretty good? I know them pretty well.
Do you?
I'm not going to fall for this old joke.
No. I know. Have you ever been to Monterey Television website at all ever?
No, I don't think I have.
Let me just show you something. Ron, when you have a chance, just when you get it, just bring it up right away. Don't even wait for me. I just want to show you one little thing that's on my site. It's I don't know where I got it at all. I don't know how I got it, but it's a little thing that lets you practice where states belong within the United States.
I've seen stuff like that. I'm terrible. I've been to almost every state in the United States, probably 45 of them. My wife is great at putting the states where they belong. I'm terrible at it. I'm terrible at it.
Well, this is a little thing, and the weird part is that okay. Now this is a Monterey Television website. So people want to know about your town, they would go up there and click your town and such. That, but you see where it says just for fun? Click here. All right.
I see that.
Ron, click there. Okay.
Oh.
And you see this?
I would do so bad.
Now you see that top outline? Now that's Illinois. That's Illinois. Where does that belong?
In the middle.
In the middle? No, right below the that little where the lakes are. It goes right about. Try right. Let it go, Ron. Let it go. Nope. It's going to move you over. See?
You're close.
That's right. We'll do just Mississippi, and then that's it. So come on down, Mississippi. You see that little lip in there? No, you want to bring it over a little bit. Right there. Try that. Well, it's over a little bit.
Yeah, it's still close.
All right, that's enough. You get out of that. Thank you.
I know where Florida's at and California's at. And
yeah. So if you ever want to play, it's fun.
Yeah, my wife would do great at that. I'm not good at games like that.
My high score so far is 96%, which is in other words, what they do is, as if you get off a little bit, where you move, it says how many miles you're off. And so that does the average, But
Do you do this every day?
no. This is just Wednesdays.
Oh, okay.
Wednesdays.
I thought you did this every day.
No, I used to do a morning show every day.
Isn't that
every
hard?
weekday?
Isn't that
2
hard?
hours every day?
Isn't that hard?
No, I'm a narcissist.
I mean, because when I have my television program, I always have notes, and I
Oh.
follow my notes, and I mean,
Yeah. Well, I have things over here. See, now this is my notes for today. There's you.
yeah, you've got Carl Kelleher.
Yeah.
Well, you're a natural at this, Jim, and I think it's I think it's because you're the president of the Chamber of Commerce in Seaside and Sand City. I think you're doing a wonderful job.
Well,
And,
I needed something. I came. We're going to try to get sponsors. I'm trying to get sponsors by January so that it's all paid for itself. You know what I mean? But we thanks to Sand City coming through with something and not too long ago, one of the notes that when they came through to us, he says, "And what are we doing for our coming through for you, Jim?" type of thing. And they were right. And so I said, well, there's only so much you can. What do you do? You know what I mean? And said, well, I know we don't have a lot of money, but we had enough that I know we could travel this up till at least February doing this and still be able to cover everything. And if we can get it taken care of itself, it's in a good shape, and it gets us out there.
Yeah.
And that's what it's, and it gets my members on here.
Right. And it's free. It's free
for them.
It's free advertising.
Yeah, free for advertising for them. Yeah, it's not free for us right now, but it'll get there if I get So we're good. We're good. So anyway, by the way, and this is just an off note here because you did say it off the air. Can I talk about the ADD thing? Is that okay, or is that embarrassing?
Well, I've never been diagnosed with ADD.
Oh, you don't, but you think you have it?
I am pretty positive. I can be talking to you about one subject, and all of a sudden I just click to another subject.
Well, I got to tell the story. I don't know if I told you, but about a little over a year ago, maybe longer than a year ago, my wife used to be upset with me because I would open up a can of cat food, take the lid off, sit it on the counter, give the cat some food, and I'd put the little plastic cover on it, put the can away, but I'd leave that lid on the counter. So she thought I have ADD with that. And that's because I get distracted, you know what I mean?
Right.
And what I came to the conclusion on that, by the way, she had me go see a psychologist.
Oh, wow, over leaving the can.
Well, it's not just, it wasn't just that, it's just other things that, and what it was one morning I'm in taking a shower, okay? Oh, by the way, never leave the TV on like Channel 9 when you're in the shower for you. So she was watching a documentary on ADD. And I come out of the shower and says, I know what you have. You have ADD, And so I said, So she had me go see this psychologist. And I went, a couple of weeks. Then I took this test, 2 tests of 2 hours each where I played with blocks and did all this stuff. Then he called me and my wife in. And and when he was done, he said, well, the tests show that you don't have ADD or ADHD, but you're a narcissist. That's when I mentioned narcissist. And my wife is upset because apparently there's medication for the ADD, but there's no medication for the narcissist. But, people, the thing is, you and I, people that work to a different beat of the drum, in essence, not the everyday 8 to 5 something. You have a gift of talking to your congregation. Is that fair? You do this to get them going and such, and to do that, we all have to. I think that when we have a benefit of something, we're going to lack something else. Are we not going to do that?
Right.
That's just me. It's just a thought.
All of our minds work differently. My mind works all the time. My mind works all the time. And God didn't make a mistake when he made us. I know sometimes I have a problem with attention deficit, so it just makes me have to work that much harder to really concentrate.
Well, like you just said, we're all different, That's what I think. Sometimes there's, I was different in school. How were you in school?
I did pretty good in school.
You weren't a wild kid at all?
I was never really a wild kid.
All right. Well, my high school days were not that they were blurry, nothing like that. No, I by the way, I was one of those kids. I grew up in San Francisco. I've never taken a puff of marijuana. I don't drink. Don't do anything like that. But you know, because my mind goes other places, I'm busy. I was probably the king of cutting school. I just found it boring. I found a lot of things in school boring and such.
I think what you have done, I mean, you've been in radio and television all of your life.
Well, no, I haven't been that. No, I'm a Johnny-come-lately in that. I was in the car burglar alarm business for 25, 30 years up in San Francisco.
I did not know that.
I'm a closet, but I'm in a closet DJ, type of thing. And it wasn't until I got divorced in 1995 that he decided to really. I dabbled in it on a public access thing a little bit earlier in life, but I decided at that point to seek out, your dreams, or what you want to do, and so the opportunity came up in Concord. And I got involved in radio then. So since then I've dabbled into this and been into it, and it's like I think we have chapters of our life.
I think we do too. Different seasons. I call them different seasons.
Different seasons. Okay.
Yeah, I believe that.
Yeah, I think there's and I believe. And I was telling the audience before you were here. I made sure that you weren't here to tell them. That I'm not the most. Religious guy. I don't go to church every Sunday, You
can say that again.
I don't go to church every Sunday.
But when you promise me you're always there.
I do believe, I kind of believe, I believe heavily in the golden rule.
Right.
And I think if one practices that.
Treat other people the way you want to be treated.
I think that, and I'm not an atheist. I'm more of a agnostic, I question, because I haven't really sat and talked with him, But I figure, if you do good, if he is there, you're pretty sure I'm questioning it. You know what I'm saying? But if he is there, if I get there, at least he'll know that I've done good. That's my hope and theory on that. I'd hate to find out, that he's there and he's really upset with me.
And I think you are a good man, Jim. I think you are a very good man. I think you do a whole lot of things. Here you serve on the Chamber of Commerce in Seaside and Sand City. You don't get paid for that. You do that because you're concerned about the businesses in the area.
Well, I'm concerned. I mean, I'm looking to try to make it something to where I can tell my wife, yeah, I'm here for a little something. I could take her out to dinner or not. But, luckily, that chapter of life. Mary Lou's my second wife, met down here,
And she's a sweetheart.
She's an angel, actually, if I can use the word angel.
She is a sweetheart.
So I lucked out, and, so somebody's watching over me.
Somebody is I can guarantee you somebody's watching over
you. Do you ever think that I always think that there's plans. Like I was destined to be here now.
Well, the Bible says in Jeremiah, God's got a plan for all of us, plan and purpose for every one of us.
Yeah.
He really does.
So you preached in Tennessee for how many years?
20 years.
20 years.
I don't look that old, do I?
No, you don't. No, you're looking good. Yeah. But I know you have adult children.
I do have adult children.
Oh, did your daughter get married?
My daughter's getting married in March.
In March?
In March. She's the baby. She'll be 20 years old, and she's getting married in March.
Okay. And because she one time worked at Jack in the Box. You used to see her there.
She worked at Jack in the Box. Now she's going to beauty college here in Seaside.
Oh, at the big school?
At the big school.
Oh, the big school.
And she'll graduate in January.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
So
they have graduations?
They do have graduations. It's a good school. It's a good school. A lot of people. I was there a couple Saturdays ago, and it was packed. I mean, there's 30 or 40 people in there.
Really?
Great place to get a haircut for $5.
Do you go in there? Do you go in? Have you
I got a haircut about a month ago in there.
Oh. I might try that.
I mean, they do men's hair, they do ladies' hair, they do perms, they do your fingers.
That was your daughter who gave you the haircut?
It was my daughter that gave me the haircut.
Were you a little nervous?
No, because she had done it before at home.
Okay. She didn't give you a razor shave.
No, she didn't. She didn't give me a razor. She does good. She does real good.
That tell you what, we're going to take a little break. We're going to come back. This is the Seaside-Sand City Television Show. We'll be right back.
Seaside Auto Center in Seaside. Only in Seaside will you find Acura, Audi, BMW, Cadillac, Chevrolet, Chrysler, Dodge, Fiat, Ford, GMC, Honda, Infiniti, Jaguar, Jeep, Land Rover, Lexus, Lincoln, Nissan, Porsche, Ram, Scion, Subaru, Toyota, and Volvo. More models to choose from and better deals at Seaside Auto Center. Easy to find off Highway 1 in Seaside. Seaside Auto Center. Online at seasideautodealers.com.
And how would you rate the Me and Ed's pizza?
It's good. So, can I take the rest home with me?
Sorry, we need it for the test. Let's make that very good.
Pizza's made to a higher standard. Me and Ed's, two fun guys, one serious pizza.
Welcome back to the Seaside-Sand City Television Show right here on KYMB, Comcast Channel 19, over the air at 27.1, and in the Fresno area at 33.4. I'm Jim Vossen, V as in Victor, O-S-S-E-N. My guest for this portion of the program, show number 6, on this Wednesday, December 4th, Carl Kelleher from, watch this is going to be going to do the whole thing, from the Monterey Bay Christian Center.
Assembly
of God. I got the God part, but I didn't. I was working on that A. You know,
but you do good.
Assembly
There's a lot of people that can't say Kelleher.
Oh,
there's not a lot of Kellehers.
Do I do that right?
You do very well. There's not a lot of Kellehers around here. All my life I thought I was German, but recently I found out that I was Irish.
No. So where did? Question: when you were growing up, did you know of any other Kellehers?
Well, my mom and dad.
Well,
well, you know, my mom and dad.
Now you wonder why I don't go there on Sundays.
Well, my dad and mom divorced when I was a little boy, so I didn't know much about the Kelleher side. And you know, I just knew he was a businessman, worked for the railroad in St. Louis, Missouri. And
so you didn't really know him too well then?
Didn't know him very well at all.
No.
Didn't know him very well at all.
Oh, that's too bad.
Thank God for a good mom that was a strong lady.
Well, you know, I grew up in San Francisco, and I knew of no other Vossens other than our Vossens.
What is Vossen?
It's German, Danish, Swedish, somewhere in that realm there, somewhere. And
what was it like growing up in San Francisco?
San Francisco? You know what?
You grew up in a big city. I grew up in a small city.
Let me tell you. I've always felt sorry for my daughter and son and other children of today that because when I grew up in San Francisco, it was such a time. I lived out in the avenues. I could walk down the street for 15 cents, hop on the streetcar. I even could walk down if I wanted to walk down, but didn't want to walk back up. But I could go down to the zoo. I could go over to Playland, get transferred, go to a Playland at the beach. I could do that all by myself at the age of 10, 11, or 12, without worrying about people out there, We used to leave our doors unlocked.
In San Francisco?
In San Francisco. Well, back, we're talking about, back in the 50s and the early 60s, of course, since I left town, I wouldn't do that. But it was almost like being out in the country, but a little more people,
San Francisco, the zoo, do they have a good zoo?
Oh, except for now they charge. It used to be free to go in there. I mean, you go. They had the playground at the zoo where they have an old locomotive that you climb on and a cable car that you jump off the roof and stuff. You couldn't do that nowadays, with the insurance.
I didn't know they had a zoo. I'd love.
Oh, it's a great zoo. It's a great zoo. It's a great. They had Monkey Island where all the little monkeys out of the rocks and everything. Yeah.
I'm finding out a whole lot about you. You're also a musician. You're a pianist.
I took accordion lessons for about, seems like 18, 20 years or so.
You play the accordion too?
I have my accordion at home. And you know the Muratas? They're the accordion people around here in town.
I think I do.
They're from Monterey. They own a lot of property around here and such. And I had my little kid accordion, 12-bass one, and I gave it to him that a grandson is going to be growing into to use, and he really liked it. So having Mike Murata bless my little accordion, it was good. I have everything that I have for my kids, but it's enough.
Can you still?
Oh, I have my accordion. Oh yeah, I pull that everywhere. It's a lot easier to sit down at a keyboard than it is to strap that on.
They used to be, in the 50s and 60s and 70s, they were very popular. And you don't see them anymore.
Well, but in the 70s there was a billboard in San Francisco. You used to say, "Use an accordion, go to jail." It was just a
just a joke.
Well, accordions are kind of coming back. You'll see them in some rock groups at times. Ron, haven't you seen accordions in some rock groups at times? Yeah, there is.
An accordion.
Yeah, that weird guy. Who's that weird?
Weird Al.
Weird Al guy.
Weird Al.
Yeah.
I've never seen an accordion and guitars and drums and things, but I can't imagine an accordion.
Yeah. In fact, actually, I think up at San Francisco, the Condor, where Carol Doda entertained people.
I don't know much about San Francisco.
Carol Doda. She was the big topless lady.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah, she played the keyboard. She no way she could play the accordion. So anyway, don't ask. Okay, those bellows. But anyway, so stop it, Jim. So you came out here when?
I came out here April. It will be 6 years.
What do you call your kind of church? It's a Christian church. I understand that.
It's an Assembly of God church. The Assemblies of God is one of the fastest growing denominations in the United States. Worldwide, we're about 100 million strong.
Oh. Now, okay, but what is that? Let me ask you. Okay, because I'm a little lost. Remember, I'm not the most religious guy. I wasn't baptized as a child.
Some people would consider us, another name is charismatic.
Okay.
Charismatic.
Nothing like Lutheran or?
Oh, no.
Oh, that's totally different.
Nothing like, well, we're a Protestant church. We're a Protestant church. Right. We believe that Jesus is the Son of God. The Bible's the inspired Word of God. But
although most of those other religions?
They do. So many times most of the mainline denominations, we pretty much see eye to eye, but there's a few little things, and they should never separate us. The things that we believe in, the basic things like the Bible is the Word of God, Jesus is the Son of God. And so, I thank God there's a lot of great churches in the Monterey area, a lot of great churches.
Well, I like, when I was doing radio some years ago, I always liked to interview on the radio. Because radio is a little different place that you can interview. You do somebody on the phone and so on, and you don't have to worry about a camera, how they look and such and such. But I like doing different religions just to get their perspective. I find it fascinating. I also find it one of those things in the world of how much war is over religious stuff. That's what scares me at times and really bothers me. And so that's why maybe what do you I think if you just practice to be good, try that out.
Well, being good is not enough.
Not enough? Here we go.
And I don't want to preach on TV, but if our goodness would be good enough to get us to heaven, then Jesus would never have had to die on the cross. And you say that maybe you're an agnostic, but even history itself proves that Jesus did live. I mean, we've got the history of kings and things of 2,000 years ago. We've got the history of Jesus Christ, that he lived, that he died, and a lot of people say that, well, he was a good man, or he was a prophet, or a good teacher. Well, Josh McDowell, which was an atheist, he wrote a chapter, he's either Lord, he's either a lunatic, or he's a liar, because he claimed to be the Son of God. And
I guess one of the things I'm afraid, if I sat down and wanted to play devil's advocate with you and argue with you over all these things, and how can that be, and all that kind of stuff, then somewhere along the way, I might change myself to instead of being agnostic to be the other, complete. And I'd rather kind of, there's that wonderland in me that wants to say, you know what, there is a plan. Somebody's planned this, and so whoever that is, whether it really was the same guy that's related to Jesus or it's somebody else or whatever,
right.
As long as I just if it is the God that I think it is, if I do good, I think I'm going to be okay. You said, but it's not enough.
Well, who is the one that judges good? Because the Bible says there's none good.
Yeah.
And we could argue about that, and that it doesn't prove anything. But I like John chapter 9, where the blind man was healed, and the religious leaders said, "Well, who is the man that did this?" And he didn't have all the answers. But what he said is, "I once was blind, but now I see." This man changed my life. Jesus changed my life.
Yeah.
And I tell you, I can't imagine, and I mean this, Jim, I can't imagine. He's helped me to be a good husband. He's helped me to be a good father. I've been married for almost 34 years now, 33 or 34 years. Got married in 1981. And I'm not perfect by far, but Jesus changed my world. I grew up in a screwed up, mixed up, dysfunctional family.
I'm going to have to bring you back. You hear our little music? You're familiar with that? Hang on,
time's almost over.
All right, Monterey Bay Christian Center, Assembly of God. You're hosting Your Town this afternoon on Channel 24 at 5 o'clock. You got guest on the Nifty 50 Cafe.
I'm looking forward to that.
That'll be interesting. It's a husband and wife. They own it.
husband and wife own it.
Yeah, and Bert is spelled B-E-R-T.
Yeah, you got my
that.
email.
All right, he is Carl Kelleher, and he'll be on this afternoon. You can see him. He'll be back here. We'll catch him. And thank you very much for joining us today. We'll see you next Wednesday at 1 o'clock.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us today for the Seaside-Sand City TV show, brought to you in part by the Seaside-Sand City Chamber of Commerce, located at 505 Broadway in Seaside. Stop by and say hello to me, Jim Vossen, most weekday mornings from 9 to noon, or check us out on the web at seaside-sandcitychamber.org. Don't forget to tune in every Wednesday afternoon at 1 for the Seaside-Sand City TV show, here on KYMB Cable Channel 19 or over the air at 27.1.